as envisioned. We know they used to congregate at KICC, and we had the chair, him now.
The history of the ECK.
Yeah, the history of ECK. That's all.
It's different.
What is discernibly different with the ECK and the Independent Electoral Commission? And where is the violation from the violation from the Election Act with the Constitution? Is it just on the tallying center, which is not pronounced anywhere in the Constitution? That's what I want to
allow me just to say this, yes, so that then he can take up. The distinction that has to be placed is that the ECK, the Electoral Commission of Kenya, under the deceased Kivuitu,
yes,
was operational within two different legislative frameworks. A, the Elections Act. B, the Constitution. So there was a paradigm shift in terms of the Constitution now becoming elaborate about the polling station.
Indeed. So yes. I want just to make it clear for us, very limpid then.
Yes.
How did they make the pronouncement then? And now that it is so different.
The difference is...
We didn't have a national tallying center then, didn't we? Did we?
We did.
We did?
Yes.
Where I know it was the KICC where the...
Yes.
It was not envisioned. Was it primarily envisioned in the Constitution by then?
It was not.
It was not.
It was not. That's what I'm saying. There has been that paradigm shift. And that paradigm shift, to me, as emphasized in the minor care decision, and also Karaoke's and Honorable Njohi's decision, is that you could not alter the results, the electoral results. The sanctity of the electoral result, the integrity thereof, had to be maintained in its purest form, subsequent to the declaration. And there is an important distinction that Kenyans need to understand. At the polling station, there is a preliminary announcement. The announcement gives you the opportunity to go back and say, wait. You declared my opponent the winner, I want a recount. So you can ask for a recount at that stage before the declaration.
The declaration, yeah.
And the declaration is contained in a form which Mheshimiwa said has to be emblazoned, has to be posted on the door of that polling station. You're given a copy, that's your agent, so that then you're able to verify. So once you then verify, anybody who has an issue, a question is told by the returning officer, you have any issue, then declare it right now. State it right now, so that we can establish. If you want to recount, we will have the reasons, or whichever polling station that you're questioning, we will confine it to that. We cannot reopen the whole process. So there are regulations that govern that. Once that is done, then the returning officer says that everybody was given an opportunity, because there's a form, there's a return to field with the IBC in terms of dispute resolution. And the declaration is made in the official form. I don't know which form now they'll have, Form 36 or Form 35, the IEBC will have. Once that is done, the courts have declared, the judicial decisions consistently, you cannot alter that, even if, and this is important, even if you find the figure is different. So going back to the ECK, the opportunity came and presented itself through those quote-unquote cooked figures. And that's why at the tallying center, you could find that the discrepancy is so huge that from the polling station to the declaration, it created a room now for questions, for quote-unquote rigging, and so on and so forth. That's a distinction.
Right, Mheshimiwa, you wanted to say something?
I actually wanted to say we cannot compare ECK with IBC. Basically, the reason why IBC was brought is because of the shortcomings of the ECK. And I think we've actually seen elections conducted very well. When Uhuru came in, the only unfortunate one was 2007. But when Uhuru came in, you actually saw the contestation, and there was a repeat of elections. We've actually seen it now, even the last elections, where the late Raila Odinga and William Ruto actually had a very different split, and Kenyans were allowed to actually verify. I think what Okiya is trying to do is just to take us around the corners, because he wants to make a name for himself. Because we are splitting hairs. What Harrison said here is exactly what needs to be done. Elections results are supposed to be announced at the polling center. But then there should be a tallying center that puts these things together. I think what Okiya wants to do is to take us back to a point of rigging. Because if there is no central place where we tally all this, then anybody can be announced as a president. There should be a center. And I don't think we can. I don't think Okiya is going to win any of this case. I don't think any Kenyan is going to follow Okiya on this, because Okiya wants us to get this raid. Because now where are we going to count our eggs if we cannot have a point where we put everything together? I'll advise Okiya is he needs to get something else that probably he needs to take us around with, but not on this. I think Kenyans thought through this very well. Kenyans have been averse to election malpractices, and I think Kenyans thought very well for them to put Article 86 of into the Constitution and Article 39 in the Elections Act. It is as clear as that. I appreciate the fact that elections at the polling centers have actually been announced, put like it should be, and all the media houses, what we've actually seen running in our televisions, and I think we're going to see that on the 27th of this month, we see elections results from the constituencies. They're all displayed, and Kenyans can take a calculator, simple, put it together. So by the time the IEBC chairperson is announcing results that every Kenyan has actually been able to tally from home. And the reason why even all political parties have got their own tallying centers. Why are they allowed to have a tallying center? Is for them to verify the results that are coming from the polling stations, for the results that are coming from the constituencies. So I don't think Okiya is doing anything new. Okiya just wants to take it around. Yeah.
So are we chasing a wild goose chase here, so to speak? Because I can see the predicate